Hello, 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 everybody. Everybody. What's cracking? What's up? What's going on? How is everybody doing? Guys, people of the sea. What is worse? Living with a narcissistic person or working with a narcissistic person? Which one? I'll tell you my opinion. I say both, but both have their own differences. One difference living with a narcissistic person is you can at least run away, at least try to attempt to run away from this person. Working with a narcissistic person, you can't run away. Your job is depending on this person and on you. You're going to work with them. So which one's worse? I could tell you the differences right now. So guys, what led me to this conversation with this live stream was basically my new store manager. He is absolutely, he's all into customer service. And if you know that type of person and you have worked with that type of person before, then you feel my vibes. And it's all about customer service and their brain. They're brainwashed because they feel, quotation. And you may think too. You may think, I'm not sure what type of brain you have, because my brain is different from others. But they have this thing in their brain where it's like, of course I'm going to be all about customer service. That's the person that puts your paycheck. And then that's it. It's game over. Once they start saying, of course I'm going to think about the customer. The customer is the one that's going to provide you with the hours, going to provide you with the paycheck. Then it's done. Conversation over. I don't want to know you. Get away from my face. Or I'm just going to punch you. Like, straight up. So my little pea brain doesn't think that way because I have a little pea brain. But guys, I had to think about this, not even for a sec, guys. So I was talking to one of my coworkers, and he works in a different area, and my store manager was 3 hours late today, and of course, if we're 3 hours late, of course we're gonna be chewed out. Anybody's gonna be chewed out. But if the store manager is 3 hours late, who can chew out the store? Who can chew out the store manager? Because certainly HR can't. And I think I've said this in the past. So this guy, literally, I was talking to my coworker. He was saying, "This is the way." I said, "Tell me what I don't know." Then he says, "Oh, well, if he says things to you like, you're doing this wrong, you're doing that wrong, you need to be doing it this way, you need to be doing that way, this is the only way you're going to be doing it." He literally says, all you got to do is say, yes, oh, I'm sorry, my bad, I'm sorry, I didn't know, my bad, I won't do it again, I'm sorry, my bad. And the way he was saying it, the way my coworker was saying it, so basically, to point the picture, if the store manager is telling you that you're doing this and this and this wrong, and this is the way you should be doing it. How come you didn't know this way? You should know this way. You should know that way. Blah, blah, blah. And then you, on your side, got to be like, oh, I'm sorry, my bad. I didn't know. I'm so sorry. Oh, man. Oh, man. I literally told my coworker straight up, what? Being a narcissistic person? And then bam. I was like, that's exactly what he is, because I never went through it, because I barely get to know, I barely working with this dude or queer guy. I'm barely working with him. And we're really calling him narcissistic because he wants to belittle you at all cost. That you're doing everything wrong. This is the way you should be doing it. And whenever you get that toxic at work, it's a red flag. It's a red flag whatsoever. And I can say you can try to run as fast as you can to get out of this scenario or situation, but there's no jobs really that are hiring people right now. Everybody is the same. The reason why jobs are not hiring is because basically people are doing the same crap over and over. They're literally saying, can you work on Sundays? Can you work 7 days a week? The person that they interview says, yes, I can work 7 days a week, anytime. And then they hire them, and then, oh, next thing you know, they need to be off on Sundays. They need to be off on a certain day. They got to pick their kid up. And you're like, you hired them because they literally said, I can open 7 days a week. So this kills us, single people over here. This kills us. But yes, so let's get into this narcissistic person working with one or living with one. So I lived with a narcissistic person myself. My grandpa was a purebred, he's purebred Italian. And so everything he says or does, it has to be right. It has to be. You cannot be wrong. Or he's gonna be like, that's not how you do it. This is how you do it. This and that. Oh, bullshit, you're wrong. Or ish, you're wrong. I lived with him for almost my entire life until I reached age, 18, 19 or something like that. When I got out of the house. Because I couldn't live with a narcissistic person. And that was the person he was. And is this lady going to park right next to me again? Give me a sec, guys. This lady, man. So my grandpa was always telling us that we're not doing right. He was such a narcissistic person that basically he belittled us as we were little, and we just like we had to take it. You know, we're living there, of course, rent free. I'm a freaking kid, and so everything we did or what everything we said was not right. If we did this, and so like he didn't have any encouragement at all. He didn't applaud us, or he just thought we did bad. Like he couldn't take it. He couldn't take it that we did good. And say if I had an A all of a sudden in my class, you know, he wouldn't even applaud us. And that was living with a narcissistic person. And it is so like it's sometimes it's so much different because you can tune it out. Like I tuned it out my entire life that I was living with my grandparents. And it's so like my grandpa was literally like horrible at this. But working with a narcissistic person, you cannot tune it out because your job is on the lifeline. You have to work with this person, and this person has to belittle you. And you, like I said, you may say that these people shouldn't belittle you at work, but there are toxic people that are narcissistic, that everything you say, everything you do, and literally when they and there's no turning back on what they say. They will question you, why did you do that? Why did you do that? Why did you do that? And that. Constantly question you about these type of gestures that you're doing wrong for the company or whatever. And you just constantly like, you got to keep your mind focused not to lose it, because you will lose it. And again, just a narcissistic person at work is horrible, guys. I feel like, honestly, working with a narcissistic person is the worst. Is the worst because, like I said, living with one, you may be able to K yourself in that time being. You could probably K yourself and not no longer live on this earth. But working with one, you constantly got to be going to work, clocking in, let them make you feel like you're belittled at all times. And it's all like, and then they claim, you know, that they will write you up for not doing this right. And you, like I said, your job is on the lifeline. So you have to do what they say. You have to do this because, again, your job is on the lifeline. So it's all like both ways are different. And that's just why we get runaway teenagers, guys, because there's a lot of narcissistic parents out there that they think that that's the way of treating a teenager or treating a kid, to the point where they're like, they either want to run away or they want to K themselves. And it's all like, you're doing bad for doing that narcissistic deal. Saying belittling someone is a big thing at workplace, guys. Just a big thing at work. We don't need to belittle people anymore. We should be grown-ups, but people are constantly, no matter who it is, management, HR, district manager, your coach manager, it don't matter what manager it is or what head honcho it is. Nobody should belittle you, but companies will do that. They will constantly tell you how horrible you're doing at your job, and they will constantly be a narcissistic person all day long, because they don't want to hear what they've done wrong, what they're doing wrong, but they'll let you hear what you're doing wrong, and just constantly rubbing it in that you're doing wrong, you're doing this. I tell you, it's just a whirlwind, guys. So I know there's a couple of people watching up in here. I mean, what do y'all think, guys? What do y'all think? It's out of hand. It's really out of hand, and I really can't believe that I'm going through this yet again. And it's like, should I even be on this world anymore? Like, should I just K myself right now? Like, call me crazy, but I feel like every single job is the same. Every single job. Maybe I haven't found the right job yet. But what's worse, living with a narcissistic person or working with one? You let me know. Or do you have both in your life right now? Are you working with one and you're living with one, and one's just making you go cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs? Like, Let me know in the comment section down below, because this is Being World's podcast over here. We just talk, we negotiate over here, we talk about stuff, quotation. But yes, let me know what y'all think. Thank you for joining, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.